Good afternoon and welcome to the Texas A&M University San Antonio 2019 Fall Commencement. My name is Mike O'Brien and it's my privilege to serve as provost at the university. We're delighted to have all of you here, the graduates, their families and friends, distinguished guests and representatives of the faculty and administration. Please remain standing for the national anthem being performed by A&M San Antonio's choral group, University Voices. Please be seated. Thank you to our students, faculty, and staff of University Voices. This is a joyous day in which we take pride in our students and their hard work and dedication. As this is such a wonderful occasion, we expect and certainly welcome noise. Some of you brought only your hands, whereas others of you brought cowbells and other noisemakers, and I encourage you to use them. In fact, if you haven't, let's do a sound check right now. Anybody have cowbells? It's now my pleasure to introduce members of our platform party, some of which I'll introduce now and a few a little bit later. Please hold your applause until all are announced. Dr. Cynthia Teniente Matson, President, Texas A&M University. Elaine Mendoza, Chairwoman of the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents. Dr. Frank L. Modelo III, Board Certified Physician in Internal Medicine and founding member of the Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation. The Honorable Frank Court, former member Texas House of Representatives, District 122, and retired U.S. Marine Corps Colonel. Dr. Carolyn Green, former Executive Director for Texas A&M University Kingsville System Center for San Antonio. Crescencio Davila, Student Regent Emeritus, the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents, and A&M San Antonio's inaugural Student Government Association President. Dr. Jeanette Dietmar, Vice President for University Advancement and External Relations. Dr. Melissa Mahan, Vice President for Student Affairs. Brandy McClellan, Vice President for Enrollment Management. Dr. William Spindle, Vice President for Business Affairs and Chief Financial Officer. Marilee Balasubramania, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. William Bush, Chair, Department of Communication, History, and Philosophy. Durant Franzen, Chair, Department of Social Sciences. Syed Haroon, Chair of Accounting and Finance. Tamara Hinojosa, Chair, Department of Counseling, Health, and Kinesiology. Melissa Joswiak, Chair, Department of Educator and Leadership Preparation. Dr. Akhtar Lodger, Chair, Department of Computing and Cybersecurity. Marvin Lineski, Chair, Department of Science and Mathematics. Carl Shapiris, Dean, College of Education and Human Development. Josephine Sosafe, Chair, Department of Management and Marketing. Lori Webb, Department of Communication, or Curriculum and Instruction. Kathleen Welch, Dean of the College of Business. Claire Nolasco, President, Faculty Senate. Latika Sims, President, A&M San Antonio Student Government. And we'll hear from her in a little bit. I would also like to acknowledge members of our advisory board and members of the Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation Board who are in attendance with us this afternoon. Please stand as I call your name. The Honorable Jeff Wentworth. Juanita Sepulveda, a member of the A&M San Antonio Foundation Board, and Dan Allen Hughes, a member of our advisory board, whose daughter just happens to be graduating today. Finally, as a military-embracing university, we'd like to honor our patriots here with us, including all active duty, retired, and anyone who has served. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You'll notice that many of our graduates are wearing red, white, and blue cords. These are symbols of our graduates who are currently serving as well as those who have served. On behalf of A&M San Antonio, I thank you for all you do and have done to keep our country free, as well as the sacrifices of your families. Let's give them another round of applause. Now, just 30 seconds of a few housekeeping details. You know, you're here to see your son and daughter, granddaughter, grandson walk across stage, hear his or her name. We know that. We're not long-winded. We want to get out of here just as soon as we can. Because tonight, of all nights, we're sharing over at AT&T, you know who. Who's here? Cher, and which is all well and good. I hope you get over there, but the traffic coming out of here tonight is going to be a real bear. So the earlier, the better. The other thing I'd like to point out is, as you come up here to get your name read, get your diploma, and shake hands with the president and the chairwoman of the board, Elaine Mendoza, you can do us all a favor, if you would, when they're going to hand you your diploma cover backstage, when you get your picture taken here with President Matson, if you'll already have it so that the seal is out and it's upright and like this, then you can shake hands and hold this, and that will speed things up quite a bit. So having gone through that, it's now my honor to introduce the president of our great university, Dr. Cynthia Teniente Matson, who has served as the second president of A&M San Antonio since 2015. Dr. Teniente Matson was born in South San Antonio, not very far from our campus. She has more than 25 years experience in higher ed, launching her career in Alaska and then serving as CFO of Cal State Fresno. Among her many accomplishments at A&M, Dr. Teniente Matson led the successful efforts to become a designated Hispanic serving institution and a comprehensive four-year university, welcoming the university's first freshman class in 2016. She's been leading us through our year-long celebration of the 10th anniversary of the campus. As a standalone institution, that's a milestone I know in which we all take great pride. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our president, Dr. Teniente Matson, to the podium.
Thank you, Provost O'Brien. Hello, everyone. Good evening, or almost evening. I bring a warm Jaguar welcome to all of the graduates, your families, your friends, and all of our distinguished guests. Today, we are here to celebrate the most significant milestone in your academic career, your graduation. I am delighted to be here witnessing this special afternoon along with your circle of loved ones. You are the class of 2019, and what a special class it is. You are graduating at a pivotal time for our university. We've had a momentous year, celebrating the 20th anniversary of our establishment as a system center of A&M Kingsville, and the 10th anniversary of our establishment as a standalone institution. In those 10 years since we became a standalone institution, A&M San Antonio has changed and grown tremendously, and you are all a part of that. You are forever a part of the A&M San Antonio story, and you have left a mark on the institution, just as it has on you. A&M San Antonio has come a long way in a short period of time. I am proud of those accomplishments, and I'm excited about what the future holds for our campus and for you. The reach and reputation of our university is expanding every day, and we have become an integral part of the future of the city of San Antonio, Bexar County, and the region, as we educate an ever-growing number of students who will become the professionals of the next generation. And just like this great university, you too are on the rise. I look forward to visiting you all around the campus one day as proud alumni. and to see where your personal and professional journeys take you as you continue your own growth and upward trajectory. Our anniversary year has been a time to reflect on those who have helped make the university what it is and will become. Today, our platform party includes some key individuals who were here with A&M San Antonio from its beginnings, and whose support helped bring the dream of a four-year university on San Antonio's South Side to life. They've been introduced, but I'd like to take a moment to recognize them now. First, we are pleased to have with us your commencement speaker, Dr. Frank L. Madla III, representing the legacy of his father, the late Senator Frank L. Madla, whose dedication to the dream of having a four-year university on the South Side is the reason we're all able to celebrate here today. Thank you so much, Dr. Madla. We also have with us the Honorable Frank J. Court, Jr., retired United States Marine Corps Colonel, who represented District 122 in the Texas State of Representatives and partnered with Senator Madla to file the legislation that would establish our university from the House side. And he was then and continues to be our staunch supporter. Thank you very much, Representative. We have another special guest, Dr. Carolyn W. Green, former Executive Director for Texas A&M University Kingsville System Center, San Antonio. Dr. Green, thank you for joining us today. We're also pleased to have Mr. Crescencio Davila, who was our inaugural Student Government Association President and who also served as Student Regent Emeritus for the A&M system, the only student regent to have come from our campus to date. Welcome. Thank you for being back with us today, Crescencio. Of course, I thank all of our special guests for joining us on stage today. We are grateful for the many ways in which you have all helped build and shape A&M San Antonio, and it would not be the university it is today without your contributions. Now, you all might have noticed a special tassel on the caps of our graduates. One is the traditional class year tassel, and the other is to commemorate that they are graduating during this special milestone year in the history of A&M San Antonio. While we are certainly honoring our past here today for you, our graduating class of 2019, today is important because of what it means for your future. Today, you receive the reward for the time, energy, and personal commitment you have invested in your academic journey and begin a new phase of your life as college graduates. As the celebrated Victor Hugo wrote, "There is nothing like a dream to create the future." I mentioned earlier that establishing A&M San Antonio on the city's south side was the dream of Senator Frank L. Madla. Pursuing that dream, he helped to create a future that included Texas A&M San Antonio, a future in which thousands of proud graduates like you all today have walked this stage and become A&M San Antonio alumni. Once you cross this stage, I challenge you to use the pursuit of your own dreams to help create a better future for yourself and for others. Just the other day, I came across another idea that I think is so appropriate for us here today. Contemporary author Leonard Sweet wrote that, and I quote, "The future is not something we enter, the future is something we create," end quote. A&M San Antonio did not become a reality just because Senator Frank Madla had the dream. It took years of sustained effort to bring it about. As you all go forward into the world as college graduates, I hope you'll be intentional about creating the future you want to see. I challenge you to set goals and put in the hard work just as you did in pursuing this degree today. And then I hope you'll see your dreams come to fruition in a future that you created. I have every confidence that you will go far, and I want to assure you that you will not do it alone, because today you join a family of more than 12,000 Jaguar alumni who constitute an impressive body of experience, knowledge, and connections. I encourage you to stay in touch and to stay connected. After all, once a Jaguar, always a Jaguar. You will always have a home with A&M San Antonio, and we are proud to know that you will be representing A&M San Antonio wherever you go and in whatever you do. On behalf of the university, we applaud you, the remarkable 2019 graduating class of Texas A&M University San Antonio. The future is yours. And now, it is my great honor to introduce San Antonio's own Elaine Mendoza, the chairman of the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents. A proud Aggie who earned her Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering from Texas A&M University. Chairman Mendoza is founder, president, and CEO of Conceptual Mindworks, Inc., a biotechnology and medical informatics company located in San Antonio. As a strong advocate for education, Chairman Mendoza is involved in community initiatives to support the expansion of educational opportunities, healthcare, and economic growth. She has a long history of service to organizations and initiatives that support the educational growth and development of children in San Antonio and the rest of Texas. In 2016, she was recognized as the Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation's Dreammaker Scholarship honoree for her commitment to higher education. Among her numerous appointments and honors, Chairman Mendoza was appointed to the Texas Higher Ed Coordinating Board in 2006 by Governor Rick Perry. He then appointed her to the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents in 2011. In January 2017, we were glad when Governor Greg Abbott announced that he was reappointing her for another 6-year term on our board. And in May of this year, she was selected by her board colleagues to serve as their chairman, becoming the first Hispanic person and only the second woman in the board's history to hold the position. Absolutely impressive. She is a remarkably accomplished woman and a great friend to A&M San Antonio, and we are honored to have her here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents Chairman, Ms. Elaine Mendoza.
President Mattson, Provost O'Brien, distinguished guests, friends and families of today's graduates, and especially the members of the Texas A&M University San Antonio class of 2019. Are you excited? All right. Okay, admit it. How many did a hair toss, checked your nails? Baby, how you feeling, huh? All right. Y'all, this is not a drill. You're going to have to step it up a notch. It's go time. It's for reals. I'm not even kidding. It's time. Are you ready? All right. I want you to hear some excitement. Family and friends, are you excited for them? Whoa! Way to go. There's a lot of excitement in the house tonight. It is such an honor to be with you and bring greetings on behalf of the entire Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System. What a special day. As you move across the stage towards your calling, who knows what opportunities will be in front of you and what daunting challenges await you. And you can bet there will be both and many of each. But know this, there are countless heroic stories among you. Many of you beat the odds. All of you have worked hard. Each of you did not allow obstacles and difficulties to deter you. You overcame, you made it. And in doing so, you have demonstrated to yourself that you make your dreams come true. And what an example you've set for all of us. You got it. Each of you should be very proud of what you've accomplished and confident going forward. We are certainly proud of you, and we have full confidence in you. We are believers. And because of your diligence and this great university, it is obvious you are well prepared for whatever lies ahead. We do believe. Family and friends, do you believe in them? We got a lot of people believing in you. Don't let us down. You won't. So as you start down your chosen path, remember, be self-assured yet humble. Be strong yet kind. In essence, be the leaders we know you are, and be the kind of leaders we so desperately need. The A&M system and its members have been dedicated to improving lives through teaching, research, and service for more than 140 years. It is certain that each of you will carry on our legacy of positively impacting lives by utilizing all you have learned and all that you've experienced at Texas A&M San Antonio to make your mark on the world. And what a mark it will be. You are ready. So let's do this. By the authority of the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents, it is my sincere pleasure to authorize President Mattson to confer the respective academic degree for which you have been recommended with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Graduates, we are counting on you to do great things. So live with purpose, Godspeed, and congratulations.
Thank you, Chairwoman Mendoza. It's now my great honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Frank Madla III, son of the late Senator Frank L. Madla, who was the driving force behind the creation of Texas A&M University, San Antonio. Dr. Madla is a board-certified physician in internal medicine. He received a Bachelor of Science degree in biomedical science from Texas A&M College Station and a doctorate of medicine from the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio. He currently works as a hospitalist, specializing in internal medicine in San Antonio. As Dr. Mattson mentioned, Dr. Madla was an inaugural member of the Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation Board, serving as its vice president from 2008 to 2010. He established the Madla Endowment to provide continuous financial support to A&M San Antonio students, and he serves as president of the Senator Frank L. Madla Natural Area Board and the Madla Park Conservancy. In addition, he serves on the board of New Frontiers Public Schools. As busy as he is, Dr. Madla still finds time to be of service to A&M San Antonio, continuing his father's legacy. Before I ask you to join me in welcoming him, I want to go on public record because I made a mistake a minute ago, and I heard when I got here, saw the statue of Senator Madla and the building that many of you all of you probably took courses in. And one day at lunch I said, Dr. Madla, I've heard your name pronounced Madla, which is it? And he said, well, you can call me anything you want, but the family says Madla. So I'm going on record right now as saying, I want you to help me welcome Dr. Frank L. Madla III. Dr. Madla.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction, truly more than I deserved. Graduates, I know it's a good feeling to have those finals over and those term papers over. I'm not so old, I don't remember that feeling of putting the cap and gown on and wrapping things up and getting ready to start the new chapter in your life. I want to start by saying it's an absolute honor to be here today. It's a highlight of my life to be able to give the commencement speech today. In fact, I went out to Men's Warehouse 2 days ago and got a brand new pair of shoes just for this moment, guys. Had a 30% off coupon. It was all good. So it's an honor to give this commencement speech today to personally congratulate you graduates, the 2019 graduating class of Texas A&M San Antonio, on this 10th anniversary of this university's standalone designation. And it's an unimaginable experience to be in the Joe Freeman Coliseum on this stage where Merle Haggard and Elvis Presley once stood. Truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. As Dr. Mattson said, I'm a native of San Antonio. I was born and raised here. I'm the son of the late Senator Frank Madla. I grew up in the neighborhoods not far from where your university's at. My father, a school teacher for 48 years, and a public servant, elected public servant, state rep, state senator for 33. My mother was a medical technologist, and she was a supervisor for special hematology oncology lab over at Wilford Hall Medical Center. They're off of Southwest Military Drive. Yeah, I'm a husband, a father, a grandfather. I'm an Aggie, class of 1987. Yeah, whoop indeed, whoop indeed. And I'm a physician for over 20 years here in this community. My father, as you all know, was posthumously honored with a statue on the grounds of your campus. The first building was named after him. And my father had an interesting entrance into politics. When he was elected to State House in 1972, he became the first person on the south side of in that south side district to actually live in the district, because prior to 1972, we had county-wide elections, and folks in my community didn't have the means to run county-wide elections, much less win them. But in 1972, my father would win with the help of students just like you over at St. Philip's College, where he was teaching, and with the help of professors and teachers that he had taught with. And the night that he was elected and was declared the winner, he was quoted as saying to his neighbors and to his students and to the community, "Your problems are now my problems." And one of the problems that he noticed as a school teacher was there was no easy access for people that he represented, for the students that he taught. And so he set out to make a difference and to make a change. And in 2003, it would take him 30 years, but in 2003, he would file Senate Bill 800 that would establish a university on the south side of San Antonio, an academic center that would become a four-year university. And it was because of the help of former State Representative Frank Court, who shared my father's values, shared his vision. In the last week of my father's 33-year career, in the last months of his life, he was able to bring $40 million to build that first building, the Madla building. Now, thank you. Tonight's not about my father, though, graduates. Tonight's about you. The only reason why I share my father's history with you is because his story is germane to some of the message I have for you tonight. When I sat down to try to wrap my mind around giving a commencement speech and trying to put words to paper, I reflected on some of the people that I had perceived as accomplished. You know, a young kid coming out of the south side of San Antonio. All I could do is reflect on the people that I saw as successful and accomplished, and people whose success I wanted to emulate. The people who had taught me about life, the people that taught me about going to college and having a career, and someday giving that all back by way of community service. There were folks like the military personnel, the airmen and airwomen of the U.S. Air Force that I would meet at Wilford Hall Medical Center that served as my babysitter when my parents couldn't afford a babysitter, and then the medical staff at Wilford Hall Medical Center. There was an sundry of politicians and public leaders that I'd meet by way of my father's career, and of course, I had the honor of learning and meeting and working for a number of scientists and researchers throughout my medical school period, my internship, my residency training, and even during college. You know, one of my earliest influence was the military, was the Wilford Hall Medical Center, and watching the airmen and the airwomen of the U.S. Air Force carry out their duties in a very focused, in a very structured and organized way, and it was always putting mission before self. During that period of time, I'd cross paths with somebody by the name of Charles Copeman, Dr. Charles Copeman. He was a professor, he was a researcher, he'd go on to become an internationally renowned professor and researcher, and he was the chief of hematology oncology at Wilford Hall. And I met him as an adolescent. I didn't make much of the interactions with him early on, but what I did notice was that he was merciless with his fellows, and he had high expectations for the young doctors that he was assigned to teach. I'd often hear him tell his fellows and his residents, on my rotation, you're gonna read every night, and if you don't, I'm gonna make sure that you don't become a doctor. He'd usually add something like, if you don't read every night, you're going to become a nuisance to society at best and a danger to your patients at worst. I can admit as an adolescent, I usually found it humorous, and I found it kind of entertaining to watch this play out. But 15 years later, I'd find myself under his supervision at UT Health Science Center. Suffice it to say, I'd read every night, every morning, every afternoon under his tutelage. I come to find out that he was an international researcher, and that he on top of making many discoveries in leukemias and lymphomas and breast cancer research, he was part of the research team that developed something called CHOP therapy. It was a type of chemo that was used in people with lymphomas, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, advanced non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, people that have only months to live. And this therapy that his team came up with, the design, it not only gave people back life, years of life, it gave him back a quality life. And he was somebody that I did hold in high esteem, and I had the honor of training under him. There was also Dr. Julio Palmaz, a research scientist at the medical school I went to, a clinical researcher that was an interventional radiologist, and he designed these stents that are put into people's hearts when they have a heart attack. And his work was inventing an expandable stent, a stent that would go at the end of a catheter so it could be fed into an artery into the heart. I didn't have the honor of training under him, but I did have the honor of taking care of some of his patients in the post-op period during the early human trials that were done. And little did I know that the work and the dedication, the focus that his clinical research team had would end up revolutionizing how we treat vascular disease today, and it would even save the life of some of my family members. Also met a number of public servants that I met over the decades, sitting on the House floor and Senate floor, people that had big influence over our lives because they made policies that govern our lives. I learned from many of them, and some I held in high esteem, not because I necessarily agreed with their politics, but because for me they met a standard that Martin Luther King would set when he said, "I'm not interested in power for the sake of power, but rather I'm interested in power for the sake of doing what is right and what is good." That is why I held these politicians in high esteem. And lastly, I mentioned my father one more time, who for me set a standard for excellence. In the 4 decades of life I shared with him, he always gave of himself, he always focused on others, and he would write in 2004 about his lifetime of service the following, and I quote, "When I first chose to become an educator, I did so to make a difference in some young person's life, and I later chose to run for elected office for the same reason. But like most people I know, I live paycheck to paycheck. Even so, I would not have changed my chosen field. This path has been right for me. No financial gains can substitute for the fulfillment I have felt from serving my community." So with these folks in mind and others, I reflected on what I had learned in my 54 years of life, the conversations that I had with some of these people I held in high esteem, and just as importantly, the observations that I made of them, observations of how they worked, observations of how they interacted with people, observations of their selfless service and how they lived their lives, observations of them that set a standard for me to achieve the goals that I had, whether it was going to college or even convincing me to go to college, successfully matriculating through college, getting my bachelor's, going to medical school, getting my medical degree, and now with my community service. And so today, graduates, I want to share some of those observations with you, 4 observations of those folks that I perceived as successful, 4 observations of the people that I held in high esteem in the hopes that those observations will someday benefit you in the future. Number 1 observation of those that I see as successful and accomplished is that they always strive for excellence in everything they do, not just in their work, not just in their careers, but in life in general, in raising their children, relationships, hobbies, the smallest of tasks, the biggest challenges in life. And you need to remember that there is no recipe for excellence. There is no 12-step process. Excellence, as Ralph Martin once said, it's not a skill, it's an attitude. It's an attitude of living and working to your full potential. It's an attitude of working to the top of your degree. Something we say in medicine, you work to the top of your degree. And when I speak of excellence, I'm not speaking of perfection. Our goal here is not to be a deity or a god. We're human, and humans are fallible, we make mistakes. Excellence is simply doing your best, realizing that excellence allows for mistakes and failures, which brings me to my second observation. The most successful people that I've worked with and learned from always see benefit in failure. They recognize that mistakes and failures are a process of taking the unknown and making it known, of taking an opaque concept and giving it some clarity. You only need to reflect back on the first time and hopefully the last time that you've touched a hot stove, right? You made a mistake. I hope you don't do it again. You learn from mistakes. Learning from mistakes is an approach that's fundamental to some of the greatest discoveries that man has had, some of the greatest feats. You think of the Wright brothers and that flying machine apparatus. You think of Wilhelm Röntgen, who worked on x-rays and tried to better understand the various properties of x-rays that we use in modern medicine today to diagnose everything from a broken bone to a kidney stone. And what about Ashrita Furman? What about this guy who is a self-described non-athlete who has broken over 700 Guinness World Records and currently holds 200 world records, which is in itself a record. Persistence, that's what Ashrita Furman has. He has persistence, and he hasn't forgotten that mistakes and failures can be 2 of the best teachers you'll ever have in life. Now keep in mind, you don't need to make all the mistakes and failures yourself. You can learn from the mistakes and failures of others, mistakes and failures of the past. Bill Nye of Science TV fame, the guy with the bow tie, He captures this sentiment nicely when he says, everyone you meet will know something that you don't. So let's teach each other, let's learn from each other, and I task you today to commit to not allowing mistakes and failures to be the end of your efforts, but rather the beginning of yet another attempt at success. Number 3 observation is integrity and honesty. I found that people with success, with lasting success, they live a life guided by honesty and integrity. They don't live a life necessarily as Mother Teresa, but they make it a point to incorporate a basic course in life that's grounded in honesty. You know, my father had a practice that if he made a promise to somebody, he kept it. And if he couldn't keep it, he'd sit down with that person and he'd look him in the eye and he'd explain why. He would teach me 3 things. One is that person was never happy with him. Number 2, that person always respected his honesty, though. And number 3, that person almost always was willing to work with him in the future. And I suspect it's why he was so successful as a public servant, passing over 700 bills into law that govern our life and guide our life today. You know, one of the basic maxims of commerce is that you never go into business with somebody you don't trust. And I suspect there's some finance majors out there that have been taught this by these smart people behind me. But it's a simple adage, and essentially it advises us to surround ourselves with honest people. And the best way to assure that is to be honest yourselves. So honesty, integrity, it's never a maybe, it's always a must. And the last observation I want to share with you, number 4, is selfless service. That you make a commitment to helping others when you find yourself in a position to do so. In medical school, we had an adage that said, the best place to find your helping hand, the best place to find a helping hand is at the end of your own arm. We typically said that to each other during these long hours in the emergency room or ICU in high-stress environments. But in reality, it was said in jest. Because none of us could have been successful in medical school and internship and residency. None of us could have provided the care to our patients they needed unless we worked together, unless we helped each other. And in fact, before every medical student graduates, we take something called the Hippocratic Oath. It's an oath named for an ancient Greek physician by the name of Hippocrates, advocated for the ethical practice of medicine. And there are three general commitments that we make. One is to treat the ill. First, do no harm and treat the ill. Number 2 is that we share our knowledge with the next generation that we teach. And number 3 is a commitment to our community when we pronounce the following, and I quote, remember to remain a member of society with special obligations to all my fellow human beings. And graduates, you don't have to be a doctor to make that commitment tonight, and I encourage you to do so. I promise you will find much fulfillment in life when you help others, just as you've been helped to get to this point today. And I'll share with you an adage that my father shared with me over the years. It comes from a philosopher by the name of Khalil Gibran, who would say, and I quote, you give but little when you give of your possessions. It's when you give of yourself that you truly give. I will conclude this oration by simply saying I'm about to commit an infraction of some Aggie rule or covenant. But I want to share with you a narrative from Mack Brown. He was the coach of the University of Texas football team in 2006 when they won the national championship. And in the midst of that celebration, when the football team was at the pinnacle of their success, yelling, we're number 1, Mack Brown said the following, and I share it with you because it's my feelings for you tonight. He would say, and I paraphrase, I don't want this moment to be the best thing that happened in your life, because if you have enough about you to get to this point, then you have enough about you to be a great citizen, a great role model, a great parent, and a great leader for your family and for this community. So graduates, again, congratulations. Best of luck in your future. Excellence in all you do. You learn from your mistakes, you persist, honesty, integrity, selfless service. You're in charge now, and this world becomes your responsibility. You go out there and make some history, and please don't forget to have some fun along the way. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium our final speaker for today, a student leader who has made us all very proud, Latika Sims. She is the present president of the Student Government Association. Latika?
Thank you. I want to start off by saying I am incredibly excited for each and every one of you. I can only imagine what's racing through your minds right now as you get ready to walk this stage. So I'm gonna keep it brief, but I do have a few remarks I wanna share. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. As I reflected on these words spoken by author Les Brown, I could not help but feel incredibly proud of each and every one of you who are preparing to cross this stage. You each made a decision to start your path to greatness, and this is truly just the start of the many successful points in your life. The tools, the lessons, and the memories that you are taking with you as you move forward from A&M San Antonio will help serve as a roadmap for you to follow on your path to success. But don't be afraid to add more paths to your map, because as you continue your journey, you're going to discover so many opportunities and so many chances for you to grow and develop. You're all explorers in this life, so make sure you give yourself the chance to discover every hidden strength, every opportunity for growth, and every challenge that will build you into your vision of success. The funny thing about greatness is, much like exploring, it doesn't have to have a final destination. As you all continue to excel and achieve your goals, continue to raise your standards and don't grow complacent. I'm not a physics major, but I do recall Newton's first law of motion. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Stay in motion. Don't unbalance your success by limiting the levels of greatness you can reach. People used to limit the greatness of the South Side, and they would doubt the jewels of potential here. But look at what has been accomplished in just a short 10 years, and look at how much more is coming. As you all go out in this world, keep that same energy. Keep proving people wrong. Keep surpassing the limitations that others may try to set on your success. And most importantly, fall class of 2019, always stay true to your mission. Congratulations.
Thank you, Latika. As our students cross the stage in a few minutes, you might notice them wearing different colored cords and stoles. Each represents various academic and student achievements and honors. And as I said earlier, a particular note of the red, white, and blue cords worn by our military students that represent their commitment to service. We're now going to begin the recognition of our candidates for graduation. Will the candidates please come forward?
In the College of Arts and Sciences, Miranda Renee Ash. An honored veteran, Bradley J. Bartlett. Tanya Louise Briand. Aaron Isaiah Cantu. An honored veteran, Pedro Guadalupe Casares. Deborah Ann Clark. Robert Brian Clark. Trevor James Conway. Henry R. Diaz II. Tia Nicole Dorak. An honored veteran, Justin Robert Tukin Tijin. An honored veteran, Jerry Lee Eden. An honored veteran, Raymond Espirosa Jr. Daniela Marie Flores. James Anthony Flores. Barbara Flores Sierra. Robert John Forster. Matthew Neil Forehand Sr. An honored veteran, Ernest MacArthur Fountain Jr. Jordan Thomas Gallagher. An honored veteran, Adam Rene Garcia. An honored veteran, Adan G. Garcia. Serpil Geisler. Ruben C. Garcia. Serpil Geisler. Jason Anthony Grimmer. An honored veteran, Edwin M. Gutierrez. An honored veteran, Travis James Hacker. An honored veteran, Elmo Haywood III.
An honored veteran, Veronica Hernandez. An honored veteran, Victor Frank Hinosa. William Hooper. Jared Michael Irvin. Eric Anthony James. Brandon Michael Clute. Norman Ray Langwell, Jr. An honored veteran, Simone Lawrence. Brandon Alexander Leon. Robert Allen Ling. Alex Macias. Deborah Elaine Martinez. Ezekiel Martinez, Jr. Laura Martinez. Timothy Scott Mazel. Chelsea Morales. Miles Montana. An honored veteran, David Anthony Mendez. Belinda Moreno. Michael Ray Murray. Michelle Wynn. Spencer Dalton O'Connor. Ramiro Ortega. Thomas Lee Perrell. Thomas Edwin Pinder, Jr. An honored veteran, Richard B. Ramos, Jr. Kevin Alexander Rodarte. An honored veteran, Jose David Rodas. An honored veteran, Philip Russell. Christine Eve Sauceda.
An honored veteran, Christopher Joseph Schlein. Italia Maria Schmidt. Ray Jonathan Sidwell. Austin L. Smith. Landon Tanner Thiem. Juana Maria Valdez. Olivia Rose Van de Zande. An honored veteran, Andres Javier Villanes. Lucio V. Villa. Gary Dean Young. Christopher James Youngman. Michelle Christine Alanis. Daniel Alcala. Emily Rose Almazan. C. Arce. Lauren Taylor Arrodio. Patricia Alyssa Avedaño. Jessica Cordila Valladares. Audrey Ballinger. Estefania Benitez Alonso. Devin A. Bloom. Teresa Bauman. Carlos Briones. Jacqueline Yvonne Campbell. Stephanie Ann Cantu. Josiah M. Casillas. Kevin Castro. Lisa Marie Chavez. Veronica Chavez Botello. Alexandria Cisneros. Austin Matthew Collins.
Heather Collins. Valeria Elizabeth Cortez. Crystal Marie Crump. Sandra De Leon. Megan Elizabeth Delgado. Kristen Dragon. Denise Tafoya Escalante. Jose Guadalupe Estrada. Giselle Fernandez. An honored veteran, Adon Fernando Garcia. Juan Guadalupe Garcia, Jr. Isaac Lee Godet. Monica Michelle Gomez. Erica Ray Gonzalez. Mariah Elaine Gonzalez. Stephanie Lucio Gonzalez. Irene Dubois Holmes. An honored veteran, Kent Levon Ingram. An honored veteran, Ornella Kalhawi. Elisa Sanchez Lugo. Stephanie Ann Marquez. Nicholas Martinez. Aricela Karine Mendez. Dylan Michael Morgan. Zoe Amanda Morin. Heather Marie Munoz. Tony Lenny Nueves. Daniel Parcell Kiesling. Naomi Danielle Owsley. Monica Nicole Palacios. Richard Pena Jr.
Sarah Beth Potter. Michael Eric Ramallo. Bianca Nicole Ramirez. Jose A. Reyes. Eleazar Rodiles. Ilsa Araceli Sanchez. Joel Nathaniel Sandoval Jr. Mariah Nicole Torres. Sarah Danielle Tovar. Brenda Odalis Turubiates. Peter Guy Steele. Jessica Corrine Tennyson. An honored veteran, Kalina Vinicia Ukehi. An honored veteran, Sean Patrick Walsh. Daniel Carlos Rodriguez. Juan Carlos Yanes. Felicia Kiniega Young. Evelyn Lisbeth Reyes. Veronica Martinez. Brandy Luche Williams. An honored veteran, Howard Williams. In the Bachelor of Science, Valerie Ann Albury. An honored veteran, Vincent Patrick Ashley. Sabrina Michelle Baltasar. Ezekiel Benavides. Brianna Marie Black. Nicole Cassandra Black. Mary Josephine Boyles. Nicholas Keith Burns.
Linda Alicia Caro Valenzuela. Maya M. Arthur. Herbert Chavez. Courtney Ann Christie. Marissa Elise Cortez. Justin Olin Croft. Alejandra Pauline Davalos. Marissa Carla de la Cruz. Stephanie de los Santos. An honored veteran, Natasha Marie Desch. Jessie Marie Devno. Ricardo Diaz. Nicole Marie Elizondo. Evelyn B. Escamilla. Homer Escamilla Jr. Genesis Escobedo. Lauren Evans. Ashona Destiny Fisher. Lori Lee Gallo. Zainab Hana Garb. Angela Brianna Garcia. Bernice Michelle Garcia. Karina Darella Garcia. Anne Marie Garza. Leslie Marie Garza. Nora Francis Gerhardt. Valerie Rose Gilmet. Kristen Paige Gonzalez. Marina Tello Gonzalez. Frank D. Gonzalez.
Gabriela Margarita Gonzalez. George Gonzalez III. Kimberly Gonzalez. Stephanie M. Gonzalez. Cody Allen Gregory. Aaron Alejandro Gutierrez. Elizabeth Marie Herrera. Nukai Elizabeth Hinojosa. Elizabeth Adair Hughes. Brandon and Hao Win. Jesus Luis Iruegas. Jennifer Jonas. Jessica Lynn Jones. Verona Melissa Labrador. Joseph Lara. Sarah Ledesma. Stephanie Michelle Lira. Brittany Renee Livas. Graciela Lopez. Leslie Marie Lopez. Michelle Mancha Dominguez. Fabiola Martinez. Ruth Martinez. Naomi Elise McFall. Daniel Ray McKay. Monica Judith Medina. Joanna A. Melendez. Josephine Elaine Melendrez. Bridget Nicole Molina. Anna Marie Morales.
Vanessa Jacqueline Moreno de Leon. Kayla Ray Nagel. Marissa Amir Narvez. Yulissa Ortega. Tanya Anise Ortiz. An honored veteran, David Ricardo Padilla. Paul Anthony Pedraza. Catherine Elizabeth Perez. Brianna Pena. Miranda Elizabeth Pena. Danielle Renee Polindo. Elizabeth Marie Ramon. Erica S. Rijos. Jaylyn Rodriguez. Sadie Renee Rodriguez. Dominique Roque. Jasmine Ruvalcaba. Michelle Guadalupe Salazar. Sadie Georgette Salim Gutierrez. Randy M. Schmidt. Travis Shoemake. Catherine Angel Cifuentes. Navia Crystal Cervantes. Gregory Allen Smothers. Caitlin Audrey Soto. Kristen Rev E. Story. Tiffany N. Took. An honored veteran, Yolanda Janet Valdez. An honored veteran, Jensen Valisier. Marvel Vargas.
Elizabeth Rita Vega. Dominique Berra. Brittany Marie Wilkins. An honored veteran, Deborah Cheyenne Williams. Isaac Paul Zedek. In the College of Business, Master of Business Administration, Jared Stephen Alberto. Jolynn Marie Bragg. Diana Cecilia Campos. Gloriana Castillo Cárdenas. Martin Eduardo Castorena. Ana Karen Cavazos. Victoria Brooke Chapa. Martina Dikic. Miguel Ángel Flores. Carlos Galindo. Abigail Garza. Norma Anabel González Ramírez. Patricia Ann Guerra. Nora Novoa Hernandez. Melanie Herrera. Natalie Herrera. Crystal Johnson Ciclos Johnson. Justin Isaiah Jones. Tony Kikamsuk. An honored veteran, David Kim. Alda Leadwine King. Christopher Mares. Sohil Fateali Megani. Kajoy Nine. Samantha Socorro Navarro.
Paul David Atoro Pena. Chris Crystal Marie Puertas. Stefania Kierana. Daniela Maria Ramirez. Elda Ramirez. Juan Montez Ramirez Jr. Melissa Cherry Rodriguez. Raul Rodriguez. Paola Roldan. An honored veteran, Mary Helen Sandova Schneider. Shanice Ashley Simpson. Du Dang Tran. Anthony Trujillo. Travis John Walla. Master of Professional Accounting, Jacinte Marie Flores. An honored veteran, Christina Lorraine Idrogo. Roseanne Marie Jimenez. Bachelors of Arts, Business Administration, Leslie Diana Aguirre. Amanda Nicole Alines. Idris Abdul Ali. Dania El-Somti. Anthony Madeline Alvarado. Priscilla Ann Alvarado. Sarah Alicia Arizara. Casey Nicole Aranda. Eduardo Ariel Avalos. Alejandra Karen Barrera. Catherine Corinne Camacho. Joshua Carmana. An honored veteran, Maria Celeste Carrera.
Jose Luis Castilla Jr. Fidencio Castillo Jr. Isaac Jacob Castro. Ruby Castro. Daniela Castro Palomares. Catherine Denise Cavazos. Storm Bay Chapa. Christina Marie Charo. Shannon L. Coleman. Erica Colin. James Enoch Charo. Christine Marie Cordova. Daniel James Craig. Yadira Noeli Cruz. Crystal Nicole Curiel. Brianna Michelle Davis. Thomas Augustus Day. Dario Esteban de la Garza Jr. Jennifer Ashley de la O. Shauna Lee DeWitty. Vanessa Dos Santos de Matos. Emily Ashton Downey. An honored veteran, Sean Oliver Harold Irvin. Kristen Lee Ann Farias. Marisa Suzanne Farr. Trevor Joseph Ferris. Selena Nicole Flores. Julissa Raquel Flores. Ashley Marie Flynn. Brianna Nicole Fonseca.
Miguel Guieros. Cynthia Paulo Guieros Lopez. Aaron Matthew Garcia. Amanda Lynette Garcia. Celeste Nadine Garcia. Edward Daniel Garza. Criselda Ann Gibson. Adrian Gabriel Gonzalez. Anthony Renee Gonzalez. Shidale Renee Gonzalez. Jacqueline Luis Rodriguez Gonzalez. Juan Jamie Gonzalez. Priscilla Vanessa Gonzalez. An honored veteran, Brian Adam Hancock. Terrence Keith Hendricks. Christopher Henry. Claudia Vanessa Hernandez. Jordan Ryan Anthony Hernandez. Martha Elena Hernandez. Albert Anthony Jimenez III. Daniel Floyd Johnson. Misty Lee Jones. Jacqueline Garza Kelly. Breonna Peyton Knight. An honored veteran, Tyler Dale Lamb. Yahadia Lee. Cesar Mauricio Lopez Rodriguez. An honored veteran, Eddie R. Lopez. Emily Lozano. Marissa Shea Lissy.
Lisa J. Marceau. An honored veteran, Jonathan A. Marquez. Amanda Lynn Martinez. Annette Martinez. Isamar Martinez. Fabian Matthew Mascoro. Michelle Maul. Gwendolyn Morgan Miller. Henry Mejia. John Matthew Mejia. Taylor Renee Melton. Francisco Morales Jr. Jacob Efrain Moran. Brittany Alyssa Moreno. Rosalinda Morin. Stephen Muniz. Edgar M. Murillo. Kelsey Nathan Nation. Ev Olguin. Alexis Joseph Ordaz. Maverick Pascal, an honored veteran, Maverick Pascal. Adriana Leticia Pesina. Cesar Perez. Shanika Rana Pierfoy. An honored veteran, Chad Eric Prince. Yasmin Quintero Muro. Ronnie Adele Ramahi. Brenda Karen Ramirez. Jessica Marie Ramos. Monique Guerrero Rempel.
Veronica Reyes. Claudia Marina Reyna. Lauren Ann Wardan. Maria del Rosario Rivera Terrablanca. David Rodriguez Huerta. Monica Maria Rivera Cadiz. Allison Audrey Roberts. Gustavo Rodriguez. And honored veteran Christian Roldan. Ashton Deona Rose. Susanna Rubio Martinez. Belinda Flores Salas. Natalie Corrine Salazar. Ricardo Armando Sanchez. Amy Patricia Salcedo. Mario N. Siller, Jr. Francisco Javier Solis, Jr. Margarito C. Soriano, Jr. And honored veteran Jacob Lewis Still. Christine Sullivan. Katina Michelle Tennessee. Victoria Consuela Terrazas. Amanda Joy Thompson. Natalia Juliana Angus. Alexis Ann Uresti. Stephen Joel Valdez. Monica Michelle Valdenovez. Jasmine Nicole Vallejo. Rafael Velasquez. Richard Villarreal, Jr.
Chelsea Jade Ware. J. Anthony Wood. Kelsey Ann Wright. Bachelor of Science, Daniel De Leon II. Navin Matthew. Gabriela Moreno. Joshua Michael Sanchez. Artem Skatenko. Harry Arthur Staley. Renee Vargas. David Velez. Master of Arts, Michelle Angulo. Jaime Escobar. Michelle Flores. Angela D. Fuller. Jamie Lynn Kowach. Aurelie McEwen. Carl Vancel Mitchell. Dorothy Chanel Mundine. Gloria Belinda Ramirez. Regina Rodriguez. Ebenezer Nathaniel Serva. Kirsten Marie Shiver. Jacqueline Erica Taylor. Esmeralda Vasquez Treviño. Master of Education, Destiny Monique Alexis Bonds. Clarissa Carranza. Marissa Kiana Cordova. Kayla Karen Cruz. Angelina R. Jalomo.
Carol Moreno. Cassandra Lynn Ramon. Ana Lisa Valenzuela. Yanmin Zhu. Master of Science, Blair Amanda Engel. Darian G. Lenards. Arsley Janeth Vargas Flores. Bachelor of Science, Brittany Nicole Acosta. Leslie Ann Adan. Cassandra Alicia Adar Hinosa. Alexandria Nicole Alvarado. Jorge Sergio Alvarez. Victoria Lynn Alvarez. Cynthia Ann Arce. Jennifer Sinoces Arvelo. Roxanne Ardenando. Priscilla Barrera. Darcy Eileen Bacara. Maria Guadalupe Borjo. Katie Alice Bowman. Genesis Briones. Annalisa Angel Brunn. Marisol Rosales Camacho. Erica Cansaco Martinez. Joseph Renee Cantu. Mallory D. Cordano. An honored veteran, Kyle Dwayne Carlson. Kendra Elise Carrala. Annalisa Castillo. Cassandra Elise Castillo. Joe Anthony Castillo.
Amanda Jean Castro. Sara Elizabeth Castro. Crystal Rayanne Casares. Michelle Garza Coronado. Gabriela R. Cortez. Jasmine Christine Cruz. An honored veteran, Patricio Eugenio Cruz. Michelle Claire Davalos. Mario Enrique Davila. Sarah J. Davis. Allie Marie Jean Dawson. Miranda Nicole de la Rosa. Melanie Ann Deaton. Alexandria Stefanik Denninger. Leticia del Ángel. An honored veteran, Jesse B. de la Cruz. Jasmine Ray Delgado. Amanda Maria Denman. Jacqueline Drace. Arlene Duran. April Renee Edwards. Megan R. Elkins. Victoria L. Garcia Escobedo. Kaylee Mendez Estrada. Valerie Felix. Joshua Ron Flores. Ángeles Garcia. Yamelix Garcia. Alejandra Garcia Muñiz. Catherine Marianne Garza.
Leslie Ann Adon. Gabriel Garza Jr. Ashley Godley. Brianna Else Gomez. Patricia F. Gomez. Gloria A. Gonzalez. Evelyn Gonzalez. Francisca Danielle Gonzalez. Andrea Nicole Guerra. Austin Gibson Hall. An honored veteran, Taisha Hamblin. Miranda Gudrum Helans. An honored veteran, Colton William Henley. An honored veteran, Luis Hernandez. Maria Esmeralda Hernandez. Chris Anthony Herrera II. Isabel Josefina Cadarba. Katoma Esmeralda Kadawar. Brittany Dawn Kaladazui. Haley Nicole Kosmuch. Christina Danielle Kurz. Catherine C. Law. Lisette Amberly Lemuse. Brandy Nicole Lopez. Jennifer Lopez. Sabrina Rose Lopez. Sarah Nicole Lopez. Christina Leticia Lozano. Jonathan Javier Lozano. Margarita Lucirio. Sarah Christine Luther.
Kristen Janelle Maldonado. Cassandra Mancha. Henry M. Martinez Jr. Ian M. Martinez. Marcela Martinez. Marisa Angelica Martinez. Rihanna Maria Martinez. Josette Josefina Mata. Ana María Mercado. Jessica Dene Molina. Blanca Isabel Mora. Jennifer Marie Moreno. Joanne de la Garza Narvaez. Joanna Marie Nerio. Ray Daniel Newton. Joshua J. Nieto. Estela Olivares. Corina Olivo. Rachel K. Olson. Araceli Orozco. Brianna Victoria Palacios. Jocelyn Jennifer Palomares. Rebecca Noemi Perez. Caitlin Powers. Angelica Amelia Rabadan. Michael Anthony Ramirez. Valerie Rose Ramirez. Alicia Carolina Renteria. Marisa A. Reyes. Catherine Reyna.
Vilma Oriel Reyna. Megan Nicole Rios. Sandra Apolina Rivera. An honored veteran, Alvin Rowan III. Angelica Maria Rodriguez. Desiree Denise Rodriguez. Isabel Duran Roman. Jade Alexin Romo. Yvette Carla Luna. Simon Miguel Salinas. Teresa Michelle Salinas. Christopher Sancho. Deborah Nicole Soseda. Chelsea Marie Scholes. An honored veteran, Eric Lee Suego. Gabriela Dominique Soria. Jenny Marie Thomas. Tisha Franchelle Terry. Lauren Amber Tatuan. Crystal M. Torres. Jesus A. Torres. Lisa Lynette Tover. Ventruse Lee Turner. Natalie D. Vallejo. Rolando Villalobos Jr. Gracia Villarreal. Ashley Sierra Ward. Amy Deanne Weimer. Michael Philip Wachner. And Paige Mars Young.
President Mattson, I certify that the candidates before you have completed all of the requirements for their respective baccalaureate and master's degrees. And I now recommend on behalf of the faculty that the degree to which they are individually entitled be conferred. Will the degree candidates of the graduating class of 2019 please rise?
Okay. All right. Are you all ready? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System, acting under the enabling legislation that serves as a charter of this university, I now confer upon verification and completion of the degree to which you are entitled with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, you may now move your tassels from right to left to represent your new status. And you may turn your university rings to face outward. Please remain standing for the singing of the alma mater, Bienvenidos, performed by the University Voices. The words are on the last page of the program if you want to sing along.
Graduates, before you sit down, I know that you've relied on family, friends, and colleagues to provide you with love, support, and guidance along the way, and it certainly worked. Please take a moment to wave and applaud those who have helped you in your journey. Okay, if you'll please be seated, we're just about there. In closing, I would like to recognize our excellent staff, including the sign language interpreters, Amanda Mondragon, Julia Holland, and Emily Arriaga. Thanks very much for everything you've done. I want to also thank our captionist, Whitney Riley, and Spanish captainess, Isela Ibarra. And this year, we're fortunate to have two Spanish interpreters, Vicky Cavazos Jones and Gabriela Barba. They've worked so hard to make this day possible and accessible to everyone. My thanks include two of our faculty who served as our readers tonight, Heather Staples of the Department of Management and Marketing, and Frances Galan of the Department of Communication, History, and Philosophy. Our staff is truly committed and passionate about the success of our students. Thank you also to our wonderful faculty for their commitment to discovery, collaboration, and education. Please give them all a round of applause. Now I'm going to go off script for about 30 seconds because, you know, when you look around tonight, you look at the graduates, you see the faculty, you see the wonderful staff. Sometimes we forget that people behind the scenes, other than the provost and the president and deans and chairs, make such an impact on our lives. What's the first thing you notice as a visitor to our campus? You notice the buildings, you notice the beautiful grounds, the way things are kept. That's not by accident. That takes a lot of hard work and brilliance. And if you'll come back in another couple of years, you'll probably see double the number of buildings that we have on our campus. And we've got somebody on this stage tonight who's made all of that possible. He started here about the same time I did, and unfortunately we're losing him to another great university in South Dakota, and that's Bill Spindle. Bill, I know you're embarrassed, but stand up anyway. When you think of buildings, you think of Dr. Spindle. When you think of academics, which you know we're starting, you think of Dr. Spindle. He's got us all through that, given great advice to me and to President Mattson. And I tell you what, we're going to miss the heck out of you. Now, the Mariachi Damas de Jalisco will perform in just a moment, followed by our traditional 10-year balloon drop in honor of our 10th anniversary. We'll also have a confetti drop, as always. We ask that friends and family remain in their seats while the students and platform party recess. This concludes the Fall 2019 commencement ceremony. Thank you, everyone. Drive carefully, be sure and stay in touch, and say hello to Cher for us. Good night.